Good Monday morning, South Carolina weather watchers. I'm the host for South Carolina Weather, Jesse Peterson. Let's talk about the weather for your Monday. And looking at the radar right now, as you can see, we do have some showers over here just to the south of Lancaster. But other than that, that's pretty much all that's happening right now inside of the state. If we move our way outward, though, because we cannot say the same thing for South Carolina. We move our way out. Here's the southeast. Turn on winter weather radar. We do have some rain, some downpours over here inside of the Mississippi region, as well as Arkansas, and even down here inside of Louisiana and Texas. We also do have some downpours over there. Coastal flood watches and warnings going on for like the New Orleans region. And then here's our rain off the coast. We have very, very, very intense heat and some fog going on up here inside the Northeast, as well as some rain over here in Maine. We also do have some severe storms right now actually going through the Iowa, Wisconsin, Minnesota regions again because we have the nice warm, hot air with the high pressure all over here, and we have the very unsettled weather over here, bringing multiple storm systems, and them clashing together makes this boundary and makes this area of severe weather over here inside in Minnesota region. They've been going with severe weather for like a very long time now. So they still have another couple of storm systems to get through. But um, downpours all around the storms as well. That heat wave. We even have heat down here inside southwestern Texas as well, portions of California. And we also do have some winter storm advisories and some winter storm warnings as well going on inside the northern U.S. Some freeze watches as well and freeze warnings. And also a hard freeze warning for temperatures as low as 27 as well. So we'll see what's going on with that a bit later. But let's look at the cloud cover map. So cloud cover right now mainly covers the entire state right now. Pretty much almost everyone is covered with cloud cover. There's some spots, maybe like near like just west of the Charleston region, that might have some clear spots. But other than that, everyone should be covered with cloud cover right now. Now talking about the future, you can see here that we do have our 18-hour, pretty much 18-hour cloud cover total percentage map. As we push this forward, the cloud cover is going to get more extensive, especially near like the Myrtle Beach region as well. And then look at all this cloud cover. Hold on, let me scroll this back a little bit. Look at all that cloud cover trying to push its way up into like all of Florida is covered with clouds, all of Louisiana is covered with clouds, all of Mississippi is covered with clouds, all of Alabama is covered with clouds, and then we get all of Georgia covered with clouds. Almost all of eastern Texas, almost all of Arkansas is covered with clouds. And this is from the system. Now all of South Carolina is covered with clouds around tonight. So as we get later into the day, more cloud cover will prevail. And I mean, this is right here, 18Z. Pretty much the entire southeastern United States is covered with cloud cover. So very, very heavy cloud cover in the entire southeast, no matter where you go. And here, as we continue, here's our temperature map: 75 in Columbia, 79 in Charleston, 80 in Savannah, 79 in Myrtle Beach, 75 in Greenville, Spartanburg, and Anderson, as well as 73 in Rock Hill, 75 Florence and Sumter. High temperatures for today around 92 in Columbia, 85 in Charleston, 87 in Hilton Head, 84 in Myrtle Beach, 90 in Dillon, 90 in Greenville, 88 in Spartanburg, 91 in Anderson, and 89 in Rock Hill. Here's our peak sustained winds for today, Monday. And as you can see, sustained winds could get probably up to around 5 to 10 miles an hour in the inland region, but once you get to the coast, around 10 to 15 miles an hour. Or I'd say 12 to 15 miles an hour. Maybe even some isolated 20s, maybe like near like the Folly Beach region. I'm trying to think what that island's called. Kiowa Island areas as well. Could get up to a 15 to 20 mile per hour sustained wind there. And in terms of gusts as well, in that same region, you can see probably gusts of up to 20, 25 miles an hour. Everyone inland can see around a good 10 to 15 miles an hour wind gust today. And it could be especially breezy and pretty much most of these regions as well. So it's going to be a pretty breezy day today inside of South Carolina. So we'll keep an eye on that as we continue through. Here's our forecast precipitation through the next 24 hours. Not a lot of rain, but some could be potentially possible as we go into today. You can see here that we do have we got a good chance for 1/100th of an inch, maybe even 1/10th of an inch as we move into today and going into tonight. Maybe even some isolated 0.25 inches of rain could be possible. But if we look at the HRRR model and we switch over to up here, you can see there's those downpours, maybe even some downpours as well. Going through, like, again, here's 9 o'clock, here's 10 o'clock, finally starting to move into like places like Pageland and places like that. And then it kind of starts to dissipate around 12, but then once you get to around 2 o'clock, more showers starts to move into the Columbia regions. And then maybe even a downpour near Saluda around 4 o'clock. And then there goes our showers and downpours up there inside the upstate. That's potentially causing that whole 0.01 or 0.1 inches of rain to fall up there inside the upstate that we were just talking about. And then other than that, that's all that I see. After we get through today, again, not really looking for much. Maybe some tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. down there near the Hilton Head Island regions as well. And then you're going to have to watch out for some Atlantic moisture as it moves its way on towards the Charleston regions as well. So honestly, the entire coast needs to be watching for some showers going into especially tomorrow as well, like late tomorrow night probably. So that's that. Let's move on and go to the SPC outlook. Here's the day one categorical outlook. When those showers and downpours make it into the upstate, they do have a chance to become some thunderstorms. So watch out for some thunder up there inside the upstate. No excessive rainfall is expected for today. And let's talk about the tropics. So looking at this now, here's the National Hurricane Center and Central Pacific Hurricane Center Atlantic 7-day graphical tropical weather outlook. And we're going to start with the yellow one this time because the red one has now become an invest. So we'll talk about the disturbance number 2, and we'll talk about disturbance number 1 in a second, because this disturbance number 2, I think, has the higher chance of impacting us. So it says an area of cloudiness and thunderstorms located several hundred miles east of the Bahamas is associated with a surface trough and an upper level area of low pressure. Environmental conditions could be conducive for some development of this system during the next few days. While it moves westward or west-northwestward, the system is forecasted to approach the coast of the southeastern United States Thursday or Friday. So we'll talk more about that tonight in terms of how it will affect South Carolina. So that's what we'll do for tonight. And then here is disturbance number 1, the one that we don't have to worry about, but Mexico and maybe southern Texas has to worry about. Satellite imagery and surface observations indicate that a broad area of low pressure is forming over the Bay of, I'm going to say, Campeche. Environmental conditions appear conducive for additional gradual development, and a tropical depression or a tropical storm is likely to form by midweek while it moves slowly westward or west-northwestward towards the western Gulf Coast, I should say. So yes, you have to watch what the weather wording is very closely, and it says that it's likely, meaning that it probably will form. Regardless of development, several days of heavy rainfall are expected across portions of southern Mexico and Central America, and these rains are likely to cause life-threatening flooding and flash flooding. Locally, heavy rainfall is also expected to spread over portions of the northwestern coast of the Gulf of Mexico by the middle of next week. In addition, gale warnings have been issued, and pretty much also an Air Force Reserve Hurricane Hunter aircraft is scheduled to investigate the system later today, so we'll get more info on this disturbance right here, and we'll see what they're talking about in terms of that. So, that's pretty much all that I have. We're gonna be talking about this system over here, the yellow one, tonight. We'll also talk about the red one, but the yellow one, to me, is a bit more important because it probably will affect us in some way, shape, or form. Whether it be rain, whether it be um, just some gusty winds, whatever it will be. I want to discuss it and make sure you guys know what's going on. Because remember, it's supposed to be here by Thursday or Friday, and some of the models actually was doing some really interesting things, and especially the 6Z is what I was looking at. The models that we looked at yesterday had it hitting northern Florida, but the models now actually has it hitting the South Carolina, North Carolina border near like Myrtle Beach and places like that, getting the most rain out of this. Because this system's not going to bring a lot of rain. It's really not. It's really going to bring, again, probably like the compact full. The range will stay compacted, so the air only that area will receive rain. And then just like in terms of like gusty winds as well, gusty winds is also something that we're gonna have to watch for as well as we continue and go through all the way to Thursday. But I mean, I'm looking at it now. Wind gust. I'm not showing it on the screen, but wind gust right now. Again, they're kind of staying a bit, kind of like in like the Myrtle Beach area. Got winds of up to 30 miles an hour. And then once it pushes on the shore, maybe even some winds of up to 40 miles an hour near Myrtle Beach as well. But we'll talk about more about that tonight. And I will be back tonight, 9 o'clock p.m. Make sure you get there.